Hey guys, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels. Frank is my special guest today on Cruise News. So today on Cruise News, we have some interesting news from a cruise line we hardly ever talk about.
I know, we really don't talk about Costa a lot, though I have been on a Costa cruise, and it's funny that the news today is about Costa and what's going on for their Mediterranean cruises, which is what I went on back in 2006.
Now, we don't often talk about Costa, but when I think of Costa, I think of Mediterranean. Yeah. They're an Italian-owned cruise line, and they do Mediterranean cruises really, really well. But what's the number one thing that we have a hard time with?
Oh, the number one thing that we have a hard time dealing with when we go on a cruise, and that's frustrating to us, and I know a lot of people out there, is finding handicap accessible excursions. Very, very frustrating, because when you book the cruise and you go to your reservation site, and they've pumped out like 120 excursions for your cruise week, and
there might be one.
Maybe one, and if there is one or two.
For somebody that has limited mobility.
It's usually some dumb bus tour.
Well, it's really exciting that Costa Cruises has partnered with AISM, which is the Italian Multiple Sclerosis Association, and also the Costa Costiere Foundation, to work on a joint project that's aimed at making vacations increasingly more accessible to people that are impaired with their mobility.
Right, because it's just the biggest pet peeve we have is that we seem to miss out on a lot of stuff because you just don't have the ability to get a tour bus with a wheelchair lift, or if they have one, is it going to a spot or location somewhere, but you can't access and get in.
And I know that Europe in particular can be challenging with their cobblestone and with the different levels and the different, places.
Been there pre-wheelchair.
But for the first time in the world, in the cruise sector, guests with disabilities will be able to participate in group shore excursions at no extra cost. So there's no extra cost for this, and all the accessibility has been verified by the Italian Multiple Sclerosis Association, and it's all in accordance with the most advanced international goods practices. So it's really interesting, and we have a video to show you of some participants doing some of these shore excursion things. So while that rolls, Frank is going to read you a little bit about the tour.
The new tours, called Adagio tours, will be available for booking from January 1st, 2019 for Mediterranean cruises on the flagship Costa Diadema. At every port of call, at least one group excursion will be offered that is accessible to everyone, including guests with impaired mobility, and this is available at no extra cost. The list of tours currently includes visits to the cities of Genoa, Marseille, Barcelona, Palermo, Rome, Palma de Mallorca, and Cagliari. Adagio tours have been developed considering the needs of all our guests who want to enjoy their chosen destinations at a slower pace with more time to discover or rediscover them. They are therefore particularly suited to parents with strollers, elderly guests, or people with permanent or temporary mobility impairments.
So it's really cool that they've started to kind of turn the industry on its head.
Finally.
Yes, I know. Isn't it great? It is limited only to the Costa Diadema at this time, which is their flagship currently. So the programmings for the excursions have been devised, tested, and checked with the contributions of 15 women who have multiple sclerosis, and you saw some of them in the clip. And they trained and selected by AISM, which is the Italian Multiple Sclerosis Association, thanks to WAT. I think that's how you say it.
WAT.
It's W-A-T, and that stands for Women Accessibility Tourism.
You want something done right.
Ask a woman. Tell a woman will do it.
They'll fix it.
And basically, they trained these people, and it was a 160-hour
training course.
It
was done on land. It was done on an actual ship.
Yep, right on the Costa ship.
Right. So these are things that were actually experienced, because a lot of the cruise lines, we have found that when you talk about what they call accessible excursions, these are people sitting in some corporate office who have never been on these excursions, and for whatever reason, we have found in our experience of our decades here, have not really vetted these to be truly handicap accessible excursions.
So we wanted to do this video today to applaud Costa Cruises for noticing the need for accessible excursions for people that are mobility impaired. And we want to make a promise that in the next few coming months, we'll do some more videos on Costa to familiarize all of you subscribers with the brand, what they have to offer. And I guess we'll probably do some things on their drink packages, their dining packages, the cabins they have to offer, and we'll start a Costa playlist. We want to remind everybody that we're on Facebook, Snapchat,
Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, and of course you are, please hit that subscribe button if you're not a regular subscriber.
We also wanted to tell people, because they've been finding you, but Frank has started a new venture on Facebook, and that's Cruise Chat. Now, Cruise Chat is for anybody who cruises on any cruise line, and it's a free speech zone. So you're not going to get booted if you say one cruise line is worse than another, or you prefer this cruise line over another.
There will be no cruise line cult members who are going to be blasting you if you say, I hate NCL. Well, I hate Carnival.
We just ask you all be respectful.
Respectful and civil. And everyone is welcome to Cruise Chat.
There will be a link in the description below. So If you don't see it, just click show more and you'll find the links to all of our social
that's
medias
right.
and Frank's cruise chat. But for now, I want to remind everybody, and so does Frank, to always
Travel safe.
and cruise often.